What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl, trying to clean these. I still have these lashes on. They haven't fallen off. That's the only reason why I haven't taken them off. I could take them off, but they're not that bad. So go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know you stopped by. I just clean these glasses off first. Where's I have a little spray. I did all that. I could have did that right before. So I have my coffee, my reefer. We're down here. Let me clean my glasses. Um, I think I'm going to talk about Real Housewives of New Jersey tomorrow. So you're going to get that tomorrow. I know I said that it was going to be Wednesday. It's today Wednesday, but I didn't watch it again last night. I was kind of tired yesterday. Um, and so I didn't watch anything. I just laid down. Um, and so I mean, I talked about it in the video yesterday, but Ruby Rose and kissing DruSki, and how it disgusts me because I know that a lot of women are programmed to just like get with people who you just with them because of where they are. You're just with them because of their proximity to something. And as much as women don't like men using them for transactional purposes, women use men, and then that's it. I mean, your assets are your commodity. Where her beauty is her commodity. Your assets are your commodity. No assets, no woman. No assets, no ass. You understand? And it pissed me off yesterday when I saw Ruby Rose tongue touching tongues with the DruSki. Why are y'all together? Why are y'all together? I don't know nothing about DruSki, but he does look like he has plaque resting on his gum line. Like I said yesterday on Twitter, that's what he gives me. Why are you touching his tongue with your tongue? Why? Why are you giving him a chance? Why? Have you ever given a nigga a chance and then realized you shouldn't have? I have. I have. And he wasn't attractive either. And I was like, ugh, why did I do that? Trying to be nice. And then when they start smelling their ass, then they get fly with you, and then you like, you ugly ass nigga. I only gave you a fucking chance because you was ugly, and then they want to try and get fly with you. You got a lot of nerve getting slick and shit with your ugly ass. That's how I be feeling with his ugly ass. You ugly ass. You ugly. Okay, so let's talk about what's on. My shoulder is hurting. I think I slept. I think I slept wrong. Shaunie Henderson says she doesn't know if she ever loved Shaq. I was in love with the idea of building a life together. She has a book. I was in love with the idea of building a life together. Ladies, if you're out trying to partner with a professional athlete or a professional entertainer, um falling in love with the idea of building a life together. No, that's not realistic. Now, if you're okay with him not being monogamous with you, then that's a different story. Because you don't. I just got finished talking about Ruby Rose and the proximity to assets. You are trained. At the same time, they call y'all gold diggers because the ones who don't have the resources. That's why they call y'all gold diggers. Those are the ones without the resources, right? They call you gold diggers, but they train you to go to the man with the resources. They train the men to go with the woman who's beautiful. Beauty is your commodity, assets are his. So just be honest and be like, I wanted to get with a ball player, god damn it, because of his access to wealth and his earning potential. That's why. You have an entire show called Basketball Wives. You believe that these women really thought that they were going to build lives with professional athletes? Juanita Jordan couldn't even do it. Right? Uh-huh. You can't do it. That's not how it goes. Those are the people that you share. That expecting love and monogamy from somebody who's does whose function in under a system of patriarchy is to be the one that the women are attracted to, and you believe that you're gonna you're gonna get around this man and him gonna put a big old diamond ring on it and he's gonna be monogamous to you? That doesn't even, that's like unrealistic. It really is. And you shouldn't even expect it, honestly. I know that sounds crazy to say, but it shouldn't be expected. The fact that you expect monogamy from someone who is designed under a system of patriarchy, he has access to money. Women are programmed when they in the back putting the things for the patriarchy princess. They are designed to go to the money, right? Go to the money. But no, let's in, like, we have go to the money, go to the resources program, but let's inject other programming. Disney, fantasy, delusion. All let's do that. Nuclear family. Let's start doing that, because when we start programming them with those type of images and ideas, then we can give the men because we've programmed them to go to the men with resources. But all of these women are just, and it's a few men over here. It's just a few men. Let's inject monogamy, love, nuclear family. Now the women are like, oh, I feel bad for going to the man with resources because you a gold digger. All these niggas that ain't getting picked, they calling y'all gold diggers. You gold digger, you gold diggers. And so you're like, oh, he's so, oh, maybe he has potential. Oh, I love him. Oh. Now y'all sitting up there broke, divorced in less than 8 years because the nigga ain't had no money and you fucking got married for potential. I'm just saying. So stop lying and saying you thought you wanted to spend a life. Bitch, say I was trained in this society to go to the man with the resources. And Shaquille had the resources. So I wanted to marry the man with the resources. But also I was also programmed with love and monogamy. And that love and monogamy program is for the nigga with no resources. So I'm expecting love and monogamy out of a man with resources when I know that I'm like other women and I am designed and programmed to go to the man with the resources. But now I'm expecting monogamy and love out of the man with the resources. Just be honest. There's no way in the world you thought you was going to build a life with a professional athlete. Sabrina James. Ain't no way in the world she thinks she's the only woman, and no, she's the only there's no way in the world that she's expecting monogamy out of LeBron James. No way in the world. I'll play the wife role, but I know good and goddamn well that I, like other women, have been programmed in this patriarchal society to focus on the man with the resources. So I know that the women are programmed that way. You shouldn't even expect it out of them. Them and entertainers. It's so weird that y'all get with these men. You go to them for the resources, but then your programming tells you to expect love and monogamy out of it. It's not it. That's not it. Oh, it's two. Oh, it's two. Okay. It says, neighbor Shaunie O'Neal, who respectfully goes by Shaunie Henderson now, released a new book. Like, what's wrong with your last name? What's wrong with your last name? And then, like, how fucking, to me, I feel like it's actually so stupid for you to just keep changing your name and changing your name and changing your name. And every time you fucking get with some man, you changing your goddamn name, bitch. Keep your last name. What's so fucking great about his last name? Well, isn't that just tradition? Fuck it. Do you understand? It doesn't mean nothing. It actually means that he has ownership over you. And we don't operate like that where they're selling 12 and 13-year-olds off to be married. You're grown up. You don't have to change your last name to this man or give your children his last name. What are you talking about? What is Shaunie's last name? Hold on a second. What is her Wikipedia? They got her under so many goddamn last names. Shaunie O'Neal, Shaunie. What is this? Age, producer, relationships. She's 49 years old. Google Books. Oh, she doesn't have a she doesn't have a Wikipedia. I don't know what her old last name is. But I'm like, girl, what is your what was your father's last name? Because I mean, you can't. I mean, there's some people who just change their entire last name. People, I've read a couple of stories where people have said that they got with a person and both of their fathers weren't shit, so they came up with a new last name for their partnership within their partnership. I don't know if those people are still married or not, but I've read a couple stories like that. What was that? Neighborhood Talk? Hold on, I don't know why it refreshed. Hold on. I think that was Neighborhood Talk. I don't know why it refreshed. Shaunie O'Neal. Oh, there it is. Let me save it before it refreshes again. Damn it. Okay. Undefeated, changing the rules and winning on my own terms. In the book, Shaunie talks about her marriage to Shaq crumbled and how she realizes she probably never loved him. A lot of these men, let me tell you something. Because for me, it was always, how do I define love? And in my mind, how I defined love, when I said it to people, that's not, it wasn't, I was just like, I'm just saying it, I don't even love this person. Because when you're done and in retrospect, you look back at your relationships, you're like, I didn't love the person. Now I can understand I love the idea, because again, you are fed this fantastical world of ideas, and which are delusions. And so you do fall. That's a lot of people fall in love with the idea of you, the potential of you, what you could be, instead of actually looking at the reality of who you are. You put a fucking lens over a person and a filter over a person that you put on them. They didn't even ask for you to put it on them. You put it on them. You got this idea in your head of what could be a fantasy, a once upon a time and a for happily ever after. How many times do you hear people use fairy tale uh, um, excerpts to define their marriage, to describe their marriage and their wedding, happily ever after? Girl, that is not real. Once upon a time. That's the only thing in the goddamn fucking book that's factual is once upon a time. And after that's a goddamn lie. I don't know why it's dark. Is that better? Okay, I think that's better. Shaunie says the marriage was like the beginning of a sickness. She didn't immediately recognize the symptoms, but a cold was coming. Shaunie says she was often alone with the kids while Shaq was out doing basketball related things, he claimed. Our chef did all the grocery shopping. His managers paid all the bills. I took care of the kids. So where was he going in the morning, during the day and night? No one works out that often. Shaunie says Shaquille had an answer for everything. So she was never able to catch him cheating despite constantly hearing rumors about it. Looking back, I don't know if I ever was really in love with that man, but I was in love with the idea of being married to a man I had a family with. I was in love with the idea of building a life together. I think a lot of women are going to relate to this, because there's a lot of y'all just going on the idea of something. It's the fantasy. We're saying the idea, but what we should be saying is the fantasy. I fell in love with the fantasy. I was in love with the idea of building a life together. I truly did enjoy spending time with him. NBA road trips gave me a chance to be with my husband and experience the NBA life for a little while. In his 2011 memoir, Shaq Uncut, My Story, he admitted that he had too many options, and infidelity ultimately caused the couple to end their nearly 7-year marriage in 2011. Shaunie says she left without taking any of his money and started her own business endeavor. Basketball Wives. Shaunie married Pastor Shaunie Henderson in May 2022. Shaq wished the couple well during an interview in 2023, while he also admitted he messed things up. And he said that she was always going to be his wife. Remember when he said that? She's always going to be my wife. I'm going to always make sure I take care of her. What he's doing is like repenting, basically. That's where it comes from. Is a repentance for having too many options. Honestly, I wish I could draw a picture right now, because I think everybody understands that the idea of monogamy and love doesn't, and like in a system of patriarchy, everything contradicts itself. Everything contradicts itself. It's a fucking lie, because it's a lie and nothing makes sense. That's why you gotta unwind your eyes. You know, in society, to find the man resources. You know that. You know that. You know that actually makes sense. But you have also been programmed, right? Monogamy. All right, so okay, let me try that. I'm gonna go find me a man with resources, and I'm going to expect monogamy, right? That's not gonna happen. He has too many options, because just like you, the rest of the girls, they've been also programmed to do what you're doing. But now you're adding the variable of monogamy in there. And so now you have an expectation that, if you really think honestly about it, does not make sense. But shout out to Aisha Fames. She left us with such a wonderful jewel about monogamy and poly relationships. These niggas, they can't even do poly relationships. They cheat in poly relationships. Right. That sounds asinine and crazy, but they've been programmed to operate in deception as they approach relationships, how they can get over on. So if you are agreeing to, because every woman has been programmed to want monogamy, right? But now I'm in this poly situation and I'm not used to that. So I'm still going to practice the idea of being dishonorable, so I can get over, even though the women are saying, we love you and you and you and you and you, and we're fine with it. Some men don't even get that. They don't understand it. Some men can't comprehend a woman who is okay with sharing resources. He's a resource. Now you got love in there, right? Because you don't necessarily have to do the love thing. It really doesn't matter. Like, honestly, it really doesn't matter. So now let's inject love, because now we got these men calling y'all gold diggers. Y'all gold diggers, y'all gold diggers. And they're left without DNA duplication. They're left without people running around with their last names. They're left without that. So let's inject love into this shit. Monogamy. Okay, now you are giving the man with no resources a chance. And they make you feel bad about it. They make you feel bad about going to the person with resources, when that actually makes sense. Right? Again, here we are with contradictions. Here we are with contradictions. A lot of women fall in love with the idea of a person. A lot of people fall in love with the idea of people. Let me read some of the comments. I've always liked Shaunie, always been a smarty, wavy woman to me. She made 95% better than all the other women who were with celebrity rich men. Mind you, she took her son in, raised him as her own. Mind you, he took her son in, raised him as his own. If you feel this way, why would you even say less, unless you're trying to hurt him? Or sharing her goddamn story. Y'all are so fucking weird. If I'm telling my story, goddamn, Shaquille should have played a different role in Shaunie's life. Otherwise, she would have had a different story to tell. Ain't nobody trying to hurt Shaquille. Goddamn him. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all always whirling in a phone booth for a nigga, when a woman's just simply sharing her story. Stop it. Get out. Sit your ass down somewhere. Y'all always in phone booths. She will say anything to try to sell that weak ass book. I pray she's in love with her pastor. She's not in love with her pastor. Shaunie is a pretzel. Shaunie is a pretzel. She is an idea loving woman. Like a lot of women and people, they're idea lovers. They love the idea of the thing. You was a basketball wife to a preacher's wife. And guess what? The man, the measurement of the man, whether he's holding a basketball or a Bible, doesn't matter. Because that level of power, the women still are like boop, 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 boop over it. So there's always going to be options. The same goddamn problems you have with an NBA player is the goddamn problems you're going to have with a goddamn pastor. What's his name? Shaped like a fucking fire truck. John Gray down there had the nerve to be cheating on his wife with his twig legs, the head, a body shaped like a goddamn pomegranate. Motherfucker. It don't matter if they got a Bible or a basketball in their hand, bitch. They ain't shit. Now. Girl, yeah, you fell in love with the idea of the motherfucker. That's the point. You supposed to fall in love with the idea of some man. Get some nigga with potential ain't got shit going for himself, girl. Not what you got going for yourself. There's a video going around of Sheer 7 saying you could put one black woman in a room with 10 black men and she's more accomplished than all those men. And the niggas is going crazy. They are going crazy. But I'm sorry. That kind of probability could be. It could be. It could be. It depends on where you go. But even if you get in a room full of professionals, the woman may have more accomplishments than him. That's a video going around with Shira 7. Shira 7. Sprinkle. The woman sprinkle. What the woman said. These men want us to chase them. She said, call the cops on their ass then. These men want somebody to chase them. Call the cops on their ass then. I said, I know that's right.
Men today want to get chased. Okay, call the police on the man.
She's trying to put her current relationship at a higher level. Everybody does that. That's the point. Don't nobody go from one relationship to the next and do worse, sir. Girl, that's dumb as hell. You're supposed to do better. You're supposed to learn the lessons from this relationship and take it to the next relationship and do better. You're not supposed to do worse, sir. That's what she's trying to do. Everybody does that. That's normal. Everybody does that. My next bitch is better than my last bitch. What's her name was doing that the other day? Princella down to the thing with her 23-year-old model. Girl, she said she got a 23-year-old model girlfriend, whatever, girl. Not you fucking your book club students, girl. Get out of town. Cliched out the game, girl. It's a mess. Everybody does that. My next bitch is better than you. My next nigga is better than you. That's what's supposed to happen. You should be doing that. You're not supposed to go backwards. You definitely not supposed to go backwards, dear. What else is happening? Shit. She's trying to put her current relationship on a higher pedestal, build confidence in her guy. When you are the second guy, you always have doubts. When you're the second guy, so y'all really think y'all out here trying to find women with just one man before you or no man before you? Are you serious? Let me go to his profile. Certified critic, professional consultant. Girl, you sound ridiculous. You got 37 kids with that man, but you never loved him. You guys are not, you have to analyze your relationships. You have to do an account of how you showed up, what kind of, it's a way, it's like a self-improvement. It's like a workbook at the end of the relationship. You sit down in a chair, you put all the entire relationship in a reel, and you let it go. And you start to look at the relationship. Look at how you showed up. Look at how they showed up. Look at how you resolved conflict. Look at how you express love, express anger, how you express your emotions. You have to watch and analyze that. I don't think y'all do, because the way that some of y'all jump from man to man to woman, jump, there's no self reflection at the end of a relationship. Because if there was, you will see and have to admit to yourself. That's another thing, y'all be lying to yourselves. Part of living in a fantasy is lying to yourself, denying the reality. You gaslight yourself. They're denying the reality. You have to account for how you showed up in a relationship. And sometimes you will see, I didn't really even love this person. I said I loved them, but what I was experiencing I would not put the word or associate it with the word love. That was not love. And you have to be careful, because We all have we should operate under a same a definition of love, but everybody has a different definition of love and how love is expressed, right? And if you grew up in particular environments that weren't healthy, your idea of love may be so fucking skewed from the next person, and then you jump into a relationship with that person, and your idea of love and their idea of love are totally two totally different things, and how you express love are two totally different things. And that person, nobody has analyzed this thing, love, and why you tell a person you love them, and then when you sit back and analyze the relationship, you're like, you know how many niggas I done told I love you? You know how many, do you know how many niggas I have told them I love you and ain't loved none of them? Girl, that you didn't love what? I love you. Girl, shut up. You sound so damn dumb. Like when you are like I'm saying, you got to sit down and analyze, and you like watching yourself, and you're like, girl, why did you say you love him? Girl, you did not love him. Why would you say that? It's something to say, girl. That's something to say. Then you have these feelings, and those feelings are rooted. What are they rooted in? Fear of abandonment, fear of rejection, a fantasy. They're not real. It's not real. Some people tell you they love you just to get something out of you, right? I love you. Okay, girl. Some people be like, I love you, crying on their wedding day. And then when it's time for divorce, baby, they ready to rip your goddamn head off. You know how many women are, they're looking into some pastor right now because his wife, she talked about being in an abusive relationship. All of a sudden she's dead. What happened? He's on stage as a pastor talking shit about her. And you can tell, I think it was on the Jasmine brand. Let's listen to that. Shaunie, okay, girl, don't be a pretzel for too long. The shit is uncomfortable. She might come out later with another book and be like, I realized I didn't like Avion, whatever his name is. I didn't like him. I didn't even like that motherfucker. I realized that I was just trying to find something different. But I realized it didn't matter. Her next book is going to be called From Basketballs to Bibles. It don't make no difference, girls. That's going to be the name of her next book. Shit. Let's go to the Jasmine brand because I remember that pastor was on the Jasmine brand. Hold on, I'm going to go to it. I'm going to find it. He's under investigation. I bet you he loved her on the way down the aisle, right? Right? It's all love. Everybody's crying and shit, walking down the aisle. And then he turns around and deletes her. I wish I could find that damn pastor because he's under investigation now. Did I already talk about that girl that says something about being friend zoned? Hold on, I'm trying to find that damn pastor. Oh, no, that's Kevin Hart. Hold on. Oh, I swear it was on the Jasmine brand. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, Hollywood Unlocked, maybe. Let me see real quick. He sure is under investigation. Maybe it wasn't one of the main sites. Let's see. I think it is over here. Okay, this is all Met Gala stuff. Hold on. I can't find it, and I'm not happy about that. Y'all know what I'm talking about, though. Here it is. Boom. Investigation launched after South Carolina pastor tells his parishioners his wife suddenly died by suicide.
Service, and after giving his sermon, this pastor makes a bizarre announcement. We're not going to do an altar call today. Instead, I'm going to have you stand up, and I'm going to make an announcement. And after the announcement, I'm going to ask that you leave church quietly and don't talk about the announcement. I got a call late last night. My wife has passed away. And yeah, it was self-induced, and it was up in North Carolina. This is Pastor John Paul Miller of Solid Rock at the Market Common Church in South Carolina. As you heard, the pastor said that his wife, Micah Miller, did this herself. But there are a few things that the pastor failed to mention, like this. According to reports, the pastor was served with divorce papers just 48 hours before. And take a look at this. Weeks prior to her death, at the end of service and after giving his sermon, this Micah uploaded a series of videos suggesting there was abuse. I've had a lot of women that have reached out to me about situations of abuse. And I just want to tell you what a lot of people have told me. Male or female, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender you are. Abuse is abuse. And you are the bride of Christ. And my Bible says that he took all the abuse you could think of for you so that you didn't have to live that life of slavery and bondage and pain. The pastor says Micah struggled with mental health for years. But friends of Micah says there's something more. Micah gone. This has to be at least looked into deeply. There's got to be some accountability here.
Ask for autopsy.
Because, it's a tragic life was lost. Though the pastor has announced the cause of death, investigators have not. When your world is shook up, you need to take a pause. And I can only pray that more people will take a pause and I'm trying to get my priorities straight right now. And that's making sure that my heart doesn't have any unforgiveness, bitterness, resentment, just forgiveness and hope for the future and peace. Because you can't put a price on peace.
Girl.
There's an interesting development in the Pastor John Paul Miller case and on. The death of his wife. Remember, the pastor is the one who oddly announced at the end of a church service how his wife died. I got a call late last night. My wife has passed away. And it was self-induced, and it was up in North Carolina. Now, Pastor John Paul and his wife Micah had been separated for some time, long enough for Pastor John Paul Miller to have a girlfriend. And this girlfriend has an interesting past. Her name is Susie Skinner. And according to multiple sources, Susie and Pastor John Paul have been dating for quite a while. And that's interesting because the pastor and Micah Miller were not legally divorced. And as you can tell in this picture with Susie, the pastor still has his wedding ring on. But there's something disturbing that the pastor and Susie Skinner have in common.
We're learning more about the man who died.
The death of
after being found unresponsive in an Horry County pool. The victim was 40-year-old Christopher Skinner, a paraplegic and a motivational speaker.
Susie Skinner's former husband, Chris Skinner, died from a drowning accident. Chris Skinner had a tragic accident some 20 years ago that left him bound to a wheelchair, but he adapted and lived a beautiful life. And according to Susie, he enjoyed going to their community pool often by himself. And on Labor Day 2021, Chris did just that. But apparently something went terribly wrong. According to reports, Chris got too close to the pool with his wheelchair and fell in. But somehow, on Labor Day 2021, Chris misjudged how close he was to the pool and fell in. And guess who conducted his funeral? It's very, very exciting. I was Chris's pastor to preach a funeral in which I don't have to lie. It's probably my first funeral where I get to say all the truthful stuff, and that's because we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Chris was a child of God, is a child of God, faithful husband, wonderful father, great friend, brother. And if you want to read more about the life of Chris and Susie Skinner and how she's adapted to this tragic accident, you don't have to go very far. You just have to go to the pastor's own church website. The entire story is there. I want to be very clear. This is all just circumstantial evidence. As of now, there's nothing connecting the two deaths. But I do believe this is a very, but somehow, important part to a story that's becoming very complicated. A story that, according to friends and family of Micah Miller, it's very dark. Dark.
Let's not forget he also tried to have her cremated, but her family fought because of all the stuff they knew he couldn't get her cremated. And he's been cheating on her for a while boldly. And his side chick's husband died suspiciously as well. He preached at that man's funeral. They both did it. As an honorary true crime detective, right? He did it. He announced she passed away before the police did. This is definitely giving a huge red flag. No sane person gets up and preach a day after his wife dies. That's sick all on its own. He didn't get choked up or nothing. Asking people to leave and not talk about screams controlling abuser. These dudes that murder their wives all have the same look. White people's story of murder are always great book story and movies. The murders I hear about locally be rage in the heat of the moment. Not only was he at work the very next day, but he stood up there completely unbothered, preached a whole sermon, and at the very end told them his wife was dead. And it's giving cult because no one person gasped or said, "Oh my God," or nothing. They were all just standing there looking, and then already had her funeral date and time available. Sir, we don't even know who got the body yet. Right. That's what I'm saying. All that love shit, girl. One day it's love, 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 and y'all crying, walking down the aisle, and the next thing is your funeral. He done killed her. Girl, I'm just saying. That should be fake. That shit is fake. Those feelings are fleeting. They're conditional. There's no such thing as unconditional love. A dog will bite your ass. Even a fucking dog will bite your ass for not feeding it. It has conditions too. It has conditions too, goddammit. All this love shit and love, the hopping and skipping and falling in love and shit. Fall in love ain't shit. Shout out to Love Jones. But it's true. And you realizing you like, I have said it. I have said, oh, I love you. I love you. Love you. No, that's not it. Not it. Not it. Not it. That was not love. I don't ever, no. No. Adoration, infatuation, limerence, all of that. Yes, all of that stuff. It's they're a little sparkly, a little cloud of sparkles around these motherfuckers' heads and shit. You just be lying to yourself and you putting a filter on what you want to see and projecting some shit that don't even fucking exist. The idea. Because one day you all happy walking down the aisle, skipping and hopping and skipping and jumping down the aisle. And then the next day he's standing in front of a church announcing that you died and don't ask any questions. Girl, what? There's no way you preach the word of God at the end of the sermon just to nonchalantly announce the death. Yes, it is. That's their book. And the crazy fucking thing is y'all be following their book. And so many women in church are abused and they use the Bible. So many cults use the Bible. So the church is a cult. It's a culture. So you're sitting in there and so much abuse happens in the name of Jesus. Look at what's going on over there with the Palestinian and the people. Because they down there thinking that they're God's chosen people and you're doing all this in the name of God. Like this is what y'all do in the name of God. And that's the fucking religion y'all following. All these Abrahamic religions. Those books are for men. They got y'all being servants, maids, mules, mattresses, all those things. And then turn around and kill you. I bet you she was a devoted fucking wife. Trying to do all the things that God said to do in this fucking man manual. Aesop's book of fucking fables, where these motherfuckers make themselves look better than they really were. Out here marrying babies and 12-year-olds and 9-year-olds and shit, passing them around and selling them for goats and shit. Fuck that shit. y'all on your knees worshiping a man, and then you end up in relationships, these abusive ass relationships, and then staying in them because you don't understand the convictions of a wife.
You will never know the conviction of a wife, girl. Ever. Right. Ever. Check. You don't have them now.
Yeah, I watch too many crime docs to think this she just unalived herself, especially talking about being in an abusive relationship. Those videos of her. Girl, we know what it is. Playing around.
Important part.
I'm saving this. This is some good stuff. All right, what else? Oh, what time is it? Okay, good. I think we have some time. Take care of each other, protect your energy. I'm telling you. Gloss Up sets the record straight after Keshia Cole and Huncho are spotted in Vegas together. Keshia Cole is a dodo goofball bird who's in love with love. Is she a Pisces? Sorry, I didn't mean to call all the, but the Pisces be in love with love. Shout out to y'all. Don't get in my comments throwing up gang signs. I don't want to. No, please. Y'all know y'all in love with love. What sign is Keshia Cole? Because, girl, you wear me out. And that's the thing. And my whole thing is, if y'all are going to the man with resources and you're expecting monogamy, so we're here judging you being a fool because you're in this monogamous relationship with your man, my man, my man. But the other girl comes out and says, "Oh, he was just laying in my bed the other day and did not mention you at all." Y'all be sharing dick. That's the thing. Y'all share dick. Y'all know it. Y'all in poly relationships already. Y'all in open relationships already. But you have to perform for your community and be like, well, I was expecting monogamy. You know good and goddamn well he wasn't going to be monogamous. Girl, shut up. You knew good and goddamn well, especially with all his fucking money, and he tall. Girl, and he plays basketball, got some resources and shit. I don't know what he does. A rapper, whatever entertainer got. He sweats under lights for money, basically. Okay? So he got little resources and shit. He runs up and down a corridor, up and down a stage or some shit. Right. Yeah, he's sweating for money. Ain't no way you thought. So we down here judging you, Keshia Cole, because did you really think he was going to be monogamous? Dodo bird? You really, or are you like, girl, I know he's not gonna be, but I like this nigga and we like each other and I love him. I'm gonna give him the best 3 months of my life, bitch. Just say it. I wish y'all would be, because the boxes that y'all try to like line up to say like I have the perfect relationship. It really don't be that. Just say, this is how our relationship is designed. I'm okay that he has another girlfriend. I'm okay he was laying up in the bed with Gloss Up. Now everybody is looking at you like, girl, you sound stupid. No, you should be like, girl, I don't care about none of that stuff. I'm having a good time with this dude. I don't care about none of that stuff. I'm having a good time. We having a good time for as long as it lasts. That's it. But no, y'all want monogamy and y'all want to be in love and all this other shit. Girl, shut up. No, she's a Libra. Flighty, I guess. It'd be the Pisces for me. Y'all just love. She probably has a Pisces moon or something like that. It's some water there. But my whole thing is, if that's what you want, like we down here calling you a clown, we down here telling you put on your little white, your little red nose, and get your little clown car and your little clown shoes. But y'all be all in the same clown car with your red nose and your little rainbow wigs, going after the same dick. And then be on the internet, and that's why they think they're the prize. That's why they act the way they do, because y'all fight, y'all be sharing it, knowingly sharing it, fighting as if you expected monogamy, like putting on a whole show for everybody, as if you expected monogamy. Like you really thought that he was going to be faithful, like faithful, full of faith, meaning that I'm going sight unseen with trust. That's what faith means. Right? So you expect him to go sight unseen and honor a commitment of monogamy. Okay. Okay, girl. All right. Faithful. Faithful. Full of faith. What does faith mean? Come on, let's look it up. Doesn't faith mean sight unseen? That's the last time I read the definition. Did it change? Hold on. Complete trust and confidence in someone or something. Strong belief in God or its doctrines of religion based on a spiritual apprehension rather than proof. This restores one faith of faith, complete trust and confidence. And you want this man to be faithful, full of complete trust and confidence. While he is also in a system of patriarchy where he sweats for his money, right? Under lights for money. And so the girls are drawn to him. You're going to expect a man with resources. That's the reason why you over there, isn't it? So why don't you expect these other women to be over here? And then be like, you knew better. Then tell the women you knew better. Yeah, girl, we all here for the same fucking thing, bitch. We all here for the same goddamn thing. We all here for the same thing, girl. Y'all want to hoard the wealth and y'all want to hoard resources. And then give these musties, these broke ass musties a boost of confidence. Girl, I ain't got time. I ain't got time for it. Y'all saw Ruby Rose and DruSki's tongues? They were touching. I can't do it. Gloss Up sets the record straight after Keshia Cole and Hunter are spotted in Vegas together. She said, let's wrap this up so y'all can get an overview and leave me alone. That is not my man. I left him from jump because of how you all see him being. I don't wish pain or infliction on anyone. He simply played both sides and I chose to step away. Right. Let me tell you something, ladies. If a man acts like he has to make a choice, tell him to choose her. If you have to make a choice, nigga, please choose her. Please choose the other person. If you have to make a choice, choose the other person. I don't wish pain or infliction on anyone. He simply played both sides and I chose to step away. I moved on and I couldn't take it. So I reached out. So he reached out to me and hurt and wanting to make amends. He insisted that he wasn't happy and the love from the other there, what? And the love from over there wasn't genuine. And that the only love he truly felt was for Jerica, me. So I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. Y'all got to get, y'all, I mean, it's too much shit on the internet for y'all to be falling for that stupid ass game. Love. I love you. I don't love that. So your actions, the actions that you're doing, this is what you are defining as love, this untrustworthy representation. So your definition of love is untrustworthiness, deceit, deception, lying. That's your definition of love. We don't have the same definition. So since we don't have the same definition of love, I cannot be with you because your definition of love is weird, bro. It's so fucking weird. But again, y'all be expecting monogamy out of these dudes. That's the fucking failure right there. He tried to play both in both of our faces and I spoke up. I'm over it. I wish them folks the best. But the best advice I can give is run, don't walk because he's a mass manipulator.
Orange, did you not just win? Yes. Yeah. We up right now. And y'all stuck right now. How much did you win? I mean, I won like $5. You I did. I did. What'd you give me? Because also gave me a stack.
Is that Paris?
Yeah. You like better Keyshia on no.
Honestly, whether openly,
did you not just win?
Look, that's what somebody said. Listen, honestly, whether openly or secretly, we've all been there. The winner is always the one who leaves. Exactly. Choose her, girl. Because that's like that's it. But the problem is y'all be expecting monogamy out of a person who the women are drawn to for his resources. If you're fighting over dick and throwing dicks and the nigga don't have no resources, throw it, do it in reverse. Hit yourself with it, girl. Girl, hit yourself with it. Girl, you was just laughing at Keyshia the other day. Now you mad. She's not mad. Like that, but and then that's another thing. You have the women who are that's what's wrong. You have the women who employ the same ideas. Girl, you just mad because he don't want you. Girl, shut up. He don't want neither one of you. He's using your bodies as mattresses. Girl, newsflash. News fucking flash, girl. He don't like neither one of you hoes. Girl. Y'all be fighting over a nigga that don't like neither one of you. He's using your body as a mattress. He's laying on your back, mule. And you picking up his dirty ass laundry maid. If he has to make a choice, bitch, pick her. Because don't nobody want to be no maid mule mattress. And you looking like a goofball. And you a goofy. So you need to come out, Keshia Cole, and be like, look, girls, I'm going to clear the air. I just like spending time with him. I don't care if he was laid up in the bed. Clearly you don't. And then y'all wonder, now this is where the monogamy comes in. You wonder why the HIV rates are the way that they are. Because y'all just sleeping with it. There has to be, I've always said, it has to be its own strain of STIs that run through the entertainment industry. The way y'all be sharing dick and pussy and ass. and in circles, fucking in circles. Girl, stop acting like you care. Stop acting like you care. Stop acting. Stop acting like you care. You act like you're in this monogamous. You know that there's no way that you really thought that this person was going to be faithful to you. What makes you so special, girl? You look like the rest of them. All y'all use the same filter. Y'all look alike. Bitch, he thought it was you. He went on a date. He thought it was fucking you, bitch. He thought he was fucking you. It was the other girl. Y'all all look alike. Y'all all use the same Whoville filter. Got your nose, got a little fucking, look like a fucking clothespin nose. Everybody used the same filter, bitch. He thought it was you. He was with the laying in the bed with the other girl. Yes, Keyshia. He thought Gloss Up was you. Y'all look alike. They don't look like them two girls don't look nothing alike. What else? Let me see if we got some time. Oh, this is too long. This is an Alva. I meant to stop it. Metro Boomin relentlessly roasts Drake. Let's listen. I feel like my nose is let's see it here. So it says Metro Boomin relentlessly roasts Drake. Let's listen.
Dark, really romantic. Got to know them much better, so it was fun. Do you have like your words up there that like kind of funky and weird? The guys at our school, instead of addressing people like the group and saying like, "What are you guys doing?" Say "man's like you." It's really yo. So man's like you are going there, and then just things like the group. True. It's not. It's really ignorant. Oh, rude. That's rude. No. That's a good thing. That's fat. That's dope. Yeah, I hear that. These are old school, like. Yeah, those are old school. I don't want chocolate. Candlelight. No, he worked with Pharrell. He worked with the Clips. Off wherever, doing whatever, somewhere else. It just sort of, it bugged me, man. It bugged me because it was like somebody I looked up to at one point. It was somebody that I was like, I used to see out and be like, yo, that's that nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing. He opened for Jay. You know, he had records. He was killing them. He worked with Pharrell. He worked with the Clips. So, hands up high, tell them dim the lights down right now. Put me in the mood. I'm talking about God. I said you would help me a lot in terms of giving me the motivation to get out here.
God, he posting all the stuff, girl. He posted Drake in blackface. He posted him hugged up with Sexy Red. He posted him saying that he's getting lipo, that he's wearing fingernail polish, the way that he speaks, how he called Toronto slang ignorant at a quote fancy dinner. It's so funny because ironically, the way that black men procreate is Drake is the result of that. So for them to be calling him white boy and stuff like that, it's kind of funny, but not really, because he's the product of how y'all procreate. I thought y'all was like, if the daddy black, he black. y'all not. That's not the thing anymore. We not doing that anymore. We out the one drop game. Now he's white boy. I don't care about Drake's nail polish. I think Drake is corny. I think he's a creep. Honestly, I think he's a creepy wolf. I do. Y'all was hanging with him, slapping fives and shit. Y'all was giving daps and shit. Now all of a sudden, y'all want to expose this dude, expose him for the things, for his crimes. I don't give a fuck about his nails. I don't give a fuck that Drake want to be a bad bitch. But let's talk about how he jumps from culture to culture to culture, switches up his little thing. He's an actor. Fucking Lil Wayne, his whole little crew over there, it was like Fame. There's actors over there. Nicki Minaj she's a like a theater kid type situation going on. Acting. Drake is acting. How you go from one thing, you got one accent here, you got another accent here, you hanging out with the hood girls, girl, what's going on? Okay, fine. But leave the teenagers alone. You weirdo. Leave them alone. And hiding kids, girl, don't nobody give a damn. Yeah, because you nutting in strippers. Come on, you are. That's just because you have poor ejaculation management don't mean you got. I guess you ashamed. Is you ashamed, girl? What's going on? Y'all here fucking Drake with no condoms, girl? Absolutely not. Now that's crazy as hell. Anyways, I gotta go. It's almost been an hour. Ooh, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Ooh, and protect your poom poom. So, girl. All right. Peace.